So Dougie Fresh coming to you from the Maranello farm. As you can see, I get a fresh haircut. 50 pesos. Can't beat that. And a 50 peso tip, just because he's a nice guy, the barber. So let me walk around. I'll show you guys what they've done today. Today's the last day I'm here, so they're doing a nice job. This is the other form column before the gate. So you've got one form column down at the corner over there, then another form column here, and then we're going to have another form column right there by that coconut tree, and then another one by that smaller coconut tree where the gate will be built. So guys have been working hard for the fence. I can hear the chainsaw. Father is going to town with the chainsaw. It is now March 19, and I am here to bring them their merienda, or their snack. And as you can see, starting to have a little growth on the fern. So Rex says he's going to hit that again with the brush cutter, this time with a nylon. And it looks like they've piled and piled and piled different piles of brush to cut. And there's the PVC post with poured cement. So they've also started to do that. I've decided that this old concrete square fencing, what we'll do is we'll move this over to the right side of the property. So this will be moved over from where that column is. It'll be put along that side of the property for the other border, for the neighbor to the right. And that way all of the orange columns that we're doing will be uniform all along down the gate, and it will be exactly the right spacing from the middle of this road 5 meters in, which is what we have to give the town, the barangay, if they decide to widen the road. As it is right now, if they decide to widen the road, all of this old fencing will be taken out and it'll be, you know, trashed. So I'd rather reuse it, save a couple of bucks, and put it alongside of that fence bordering Laramie, which you've met. Let me call the guys in so they can have their snack. It looks like over on the other side, they're already pulling the coconuts down. You can see they have the water buffalo pulling the cart, and they're taking coconuts down. Looking at the last, you're going to be looking at a column here that's being built on the left side of the property, and then there'll be barbed wire that runs across 6 meters into this, where we're going to pour another column which will anchor the gate, and here's another column which will anchor the gate, and then barbed wire to the next column which they're pouring today, which will anchor the left side of the property all the way down to the other end over there, where they're going to form another column. So looks like they've got some helpers today. Let me check on the guys, call them in. Entrance to the farm will be here all along to that column that they're forming. It'll come in easy. You have a wide berth to come in this way, a wide berth to come in this way, into the gate right here. So that's how I planned it. I don't want it to be like the gates across over here where it's so tight up against the walls, sorry, so tight up against the street that you have to literally curve your car in just to get inside, which is what I don't want to do. Plus, they don't have enough. They didn't go back enough. So if they have road widening here, those gates will be taken down by the road widening, which is a waste of money. Like, there's Rex coming. Looks like he had, oh, I'm not sure if he ran the grass cutter. Now father wants to plant bananas, and he wants to plant San Fernando, some sort of root vegetable here. I told him that he can use all of the 510 that we got back from the survey. He can put as many, it's on the other side of the road by my car. He could use that, put in as many as he wants, bananas, I don't care. But I don't want the bananas here up front that will shield the coconuts that we just planted. You know, that's a no-no. I want them to be able to get as much sun as they can. And he can plant them in the back under the big trees. That's okay too. So let me walk around, see what's going on today. May tugtog. The boys are coming in for a little bit of food. Attorney Cheryl joined us today just to check on progress. All right, so you have one formed column that's going to be the last. One thing I've learned about dealing with the Philippines and pricing for what you want to do, you have to be very specific in when you're talking about pricing, and it has to be upfront. Otherwise, you'll get surprised like I did. Whether it's a relative or whoever it is that you are dealing with, the pricing here is basically a la carte. You know, the cutting down and doing the bolo to cut everything away, that is separate from the piling up the stuff, raking it together and burning it and cleaning the property. Two totally different pricing, whereas us Westerners would say, oh, that's all included, you know, the cleaning. You know, no, it's not. Here it's a la carte. You pay for everything that you want done. Okay, so that's number one. You got to remember that. Number two, you know, money is money. So you always want to be, you know, upfront before you start anything. And I always think that it's always a 20% to a 25% extra on any quote that they give you. Because most of the time they'll tell you what you want to hear in pricing, but it's underpriced, whether it's materials or manpower or labor, you know. So whatever price you get, you know, tack on 25%. Also, there's two ways of doing things here. You can either do it where you'll pay them for the entire work to be done minus the food, or you will pay them for the labor plus the food. Here, this is my nephew, so I took care of the food, and you know, he took care of taking the place down and getting it right. And we still have to go. We still have, I think, 5 days to go. That's his estimate. So let me go check them out. And maybe I can get a group picture for the guys before they leave. I leave. Rex is trying to get all the fern trunks down to the nub, because the nylon, even though we have thick nylon, still can't cut through. So he's trying to take everything down to the ground. The boys are raking again.